And we are live, and Jeff is popping backstage now. We have our special guest with us,
All right.
and he made it. Uh,
Hey.
So, everybody, we have a special guest this Sunday, kind of last minute. Nancy was like, "Hey, you two, I got a couple poems. Can I jump on board?" I said, "You sure could, Miss Nancy." And so, Miss Nancy from A Crone's Intuition is joining us this evening. And
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, Jeff. How in the world are you?
I'm as good as I'm peachy. I'm just peachy. I'm ducky.
Well, Peachy is good. I think Ducky is better.
and Tropical Empress Amanda was first in there, and she goes, "If I were to take a guess, it's Nancy or Ramon, but I just came for the drinks and popcorn." So I gave her her drink and her popcorn, and she goes, "Oh, we can't forget old Hermit Tom." I think early ritual Tom. So I think that's who she meant, but So, everybody, welcome. Nancy, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Oh,
And Moira, almost Moira. It was like by 2 seconds, 3 seconds. But yeah, we're still here. We're still going live. We have Amanda Mama Sushi in the, late for class. Someone's going to get detention. Ding, 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 ding. Are you in the hall without a pass? And Fatima is here. Hello, Fatima. Thank you for joining us, lovelies. And it's another Sunday. Time for some poetry and prompts. And yesterday, yesterday I emailed Jeff and said, I've been really just listening to a lot of music, and I've been noticing a lot lately that when I write during the show or on my own during the day, that I've just been really getting inspired by certain song lyrics that I hear. Not, like usually the ones that are on the top 40 where, some of the music's a little generic, but some of the music that I listen to. And I noticed that, well, everybody knows that, during a show, I'll start, singing a couple lines, and I, told Jeff I wanted to do something a little different. So, and this could be however, um, Nancy and Jeff want to be able to do it. Is I've set aside a sheet with some lyrics that I would love to share, and I might be able to incorporate them into a prompt or a reading this evening. And Nancy brought a beautiful song that she wanted to share, and some poems that she wanted to share as well. And hey, girl, hey, I saw that you messaged earlier, Allison. I saw the picture. Yay! I think what I saw out of the corner of my eye on the phone, you got that Nefertiti bust. If that's what I think I saw out of the corner of my eye, awesome, girl, really cool. So the legacy of the Nefertiti. And let's see, I believe that's from the portal at Heather or Magnify. Myrene say Spirit is using a lot of music at the moment. And I think it's because music is the language that connects all of us. There have been some videos we've been watching on YouTube the last few days that have been over the years, but they get different musicians, even kids from all over the country. They record together the same song, but they show them in their own country. So, one video had John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. They were doing a Led Zeppelin song when the levee breaks, and they had a couple of singers and musicians from New Orleans playing. Then they went over to Africa. There was somebody in India. There was a gentleman playing, guitar in Italy, and they played all their parts and they put it all together in the video. So music is really what connects us all together, along with art, any of the creative arts. So, and yes, ma'am. Ooh, this is so cool. I can't wait to, hopefully you'll show it and you'll share it on our show next Friday. Really cool. Um, and Amanda says, yes, I've been getting a lot of music downloads lately. So, saying hello to Allison. Chat is jumping. We got 9 people already. And since Miss Nancy is our guest, did you want to go ahead and share your first poem of the evening? And I'll put you on, let's see.
Okay. This one is called Your Cup. Stir your cup and drink from your own. Sometime someone will come along to sip from it. Share your cup, but don't hand it over. Your cup is your soul.
Ooh,
Mm.
very nice. And Jeff, what do you got? You got one to share? Amanda
Okay.
says, I just got chills.
Oh,
I got a lot. All right, wait. Okay, so let's see. Mom and your motherly advice. I want to forget what comes next. Sorry you're going through this, Jeff, but I didn't spend practically my whole life with him. I can't know what it feels like when I was only his wife. I told Mother, you know what it feels to lose, just as I did you. I did mourn for you, too. When you died from a suicide of disconnect, you chose to leave, even though you say you chose to stay for me. You had taken selective leave of your faculties. What were left of them, I was supposed to embrace. I still knew you loved me, even if you checked out years before me. But he, Dad, but even you, when you knew he was down for the count 25 years ago, was too much for you. As if you knew what came next. That is what fractured us in two. As if you knew what were to come next. But then again, you were too chicken. But you weren't when our family's last gasp. You wanted us to think you were down for the count too. Yet no matter the shape of what was to come next, it was you for whom we stuck out our necks.
wow.
Writing can be very cathartic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness.
Alrighty, so my first poem was started February 6th of 2018, and I reworked it 6/29/24. And really quick, Empress was wow, Jeff, Moira,
Wow.
great, Fatima, excuse me, very nice, and again, chills. Amanda's getting chills. Girl, go put a sweater on, a little shot. You're going to be getting the chills tonight. That should be your prerequisite before people come into chat before one of our shows. Go grab your shawl because you're going to be getting chills. So, and Allison says, hugs, Jeff.
Hi, Allison.
And Moira says, triggering, ? I'm not sure.
I hope it didn't trigger anyone else, but it triggered me, and that's why I wrote it. That's why I did it. I was triggered. There was some triggering there. Mm-hmm.
And Ramon Moonscarab is here. Hello, Ramon. Thanks for popping in. And so this one here, it'll probably go through maybe some more, but right now, 2018, rework 2024. Arc of gold encircles an azure light. A feather falls softly from the moon cradle, invoking a path of silver fires, scattered diamonds across a liquid blue altar of sinuous indigo and aquamarines. That's that one, that one.
Gosh, that's gorgeous.
That's
I
beautiful.
can just see. I don't know.
The imagery.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you. And Moira says, "Mother
Yeah.
was my triggering prompt to Jeff earlier."
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
it was triggering Mara when you said it. That's why I said at least she's alive when I was over there reading that or writing for you.
Oh,
Oh,
Jonathan.
aloha, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
Good to see you, Jonathan. And Jonathan are in the works of creating our next art live session for next month. So stay tuned. And Ramon saying hello to Allison. Yeah, so we got 11 people. Good to see all the peeps in chat.
Yes.
And Nancy, what do you have? Oops.
This one, I wrote this morning. It's the title is Silver Thread. A silver thread weaves through my life, recording milestones, memories, thoughts, wishes, remembrances not quite grasped, dreams that mirror my soul. And yet there is a mystery not quite understood, covered in a mist, a possibility of before, always hovering above, below, within. What my heart sees is the silver pattern above, thin and sometimes faltering, and then bold lines of courage and creativity. But beneath what my soul knows, there is more, a magic swirl of silver everywhere, ancient patterns woven and rewoven again and again, mirroring all of eternity, only to be seen and remembered when I leave this mortal plane. As above, so below, lives within.
I got a sense you
Wow.
were channeling in that.
Pardon me?
I got a sense you were channeling, Nancy.
I think so.
Something that you can see or that, yeah.
That was beautiful. That would be something I have to listen to a couple times just to be able to get all the imagery and all the words. Yeah, that's beautiful. And you got a wow from Mama Sushi.
Aw.
And Jonathan says, so many blue wrenches. Yep. And Moira says, no troll would bother.
No.
All righty. What's next, Jeff?
This is next. I hate metrics. The scaling may only have changed, but you psych yourself out, knowing the margin between failure and success is blurred, only because they think they'll be taken more seriously. But it stresses you out and they become absurd. Hack after hack, they pile on new terms, knowing they can scold you at every turn. Obstacle to adherence, I've done my time, but they will let you trick yourself while under the false illusion you're doing right by them. One way or another, you self-incriminate even if you've done everything right. You can't expect to be rewarded when a shackled slave expects to be bought, sold, but not in his wayward degradation smited. In their company, you're always derided. Unemployed in the company of millions, no one knows his fate. Too many times he's been trounced upon and left behind. This time I'm going to read this as a different sign. I'm going to get a head start in some other direction, before there's no possibility of finding what's mine.
Wow.
I'd have to hear that again too.
Okay.
Yeah.
On playback, but yeah.
Yeah.
The margins
Wow.
being blurred. Yeah.
Hmm.
Love it. Amanda says.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have playback.
And all
Yes.
that one was about my job.
Really?
Yeah, being shackled to the job and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I'm grateful that I don't. Yeah.
The
You're
upside
employed.
of
You're
a true
employed by
love.
YouTube. You're employed by YouTube.
Ah,
And Amanda says, Jonathan, I know we're all neglecting for punishment. Oh, with the with the brunches. And Allison said, Nancy, she gave you stars, Nancy, for your poem.
aw,
And
thank
so,
you.
and for me, let's see, it's another short one. And where it says, great, Jeff, you are inspired by your shackles. So right now, a lot of these just don't have any titles. So to start with this one was written 12/8/2017. And it's probably going to be reworked at some moment or at a later time. She shapes her shadow into a black orchid, shrouding the candlelit room with silk nylon over perfumed limbs, barren of fruit, reaching to the snow moon with empty lust. And that was that one.
Ooh. Shapes her shadow like an orchid. Nice.
Yeah, I saw that. I went, wow, I wrote that. I'm like, I'm keeping that. Because cause I have a journal that I'm going through that, I wrote in and stuff when I was still the last few years in Arizona. And I'm looking at them going, oh, wow. And then some of the more recent ones. So, yeah, it's hard to believe we've been here for like 15 years already. So time flies. Thank you, Amanda. Beautiful. Thank you, beautiful. Appreciate that. And okay, so Jeff, did you have any other ones that you wanted to share? Because I think Nancy has 3, right, Nancy?
Yeah, I have just one more short one.
Okay,
That's all.
that's fine. You're our guest, so as much as you would love to share.
Oh, well, this one is called Ritual.
Okay.
Candle lit, flickering flame, incense and sage, Palo Santo and crystals. My deck, 3 knocks, bell rings, visualizations, sacred prayers, protection, embracing spirit, I begin. Speak to me, my heart is open.
Could you read that
I didn't
again?
know it's the 3 knocks. If that was someone like coming for a reading,
No,
or that spirit
what I
coming.
do when I cleanse the deck, when
You
I
had me.
part of my
Oh, okay.
ritual.
Okay.
Yeah. Candle lit, flickering flame, incense and sage, Palo Santo and crystals. My deck, 3 knocks, bell rings, visualizations, sacred prayers, protection, embracing spirit, I begin. Speak to me, my heart is open.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Amanda, love. Tropical Empress Amanda, love. Beautiful and beautiful again, Nancy. So all beautifuls. A beautiful for you and a beautiful for you and a beautiful for you.
Beautiful from beautiful Amanda.
Yes. And
Ramon does the 3 knocks.
3 knocks too. Mm-hmm. I don't really get that. I'm never drawn to. I always go like this to make sure that, because sometimes in the past when I shuffle, if I'm not quite sure I shuffled enough, if I hold the deck and it seems like some of the cards are separating, for me that's my sign that, oh no, I got to keep shuffling. And then when I'm done, I'll go like this in my hand, and then I'll know that I don't need to shuffle anymore. So that might be similar to the knocks. It's just that maybe it's in the palm of my hand. And
well,
Jonathan's,
it's kind of like, it's the sound, kind of, it's kind of like the bell in a way.
mm-hmm.
I think, but anyway, that's what I do.
It's beautiful.
I saw Care Bear do it too, and I didn't know what it meant. So I'm glad you brought it up, Heather, because I'm like, I don't know what that meant when Heather did it.
Oh, the knocking.
Yeah.
I think Nancy, it's to remove the previous energy from the last reading. I think
Yeah.
that's what Allison says
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vortex created, and Amanda says, I do the 3 knocks too, and I'm another
Huh.
knocker. Knock. Oh, it's knocked 2 times. Remember that song? Knock
Tony
2
Orlando
times
and
if
Dawn.
you
Yeah,
want me.
yeah.
Tony Orlando and Dawn. Yeah.
Right there.
So there we go. Actually, that's kind of goes right into the
That's the prompt.
prompts. I pat them out of love, like they are an animal. And I like that. And then Tropical Man says it's cleansing the deck to get rid of evil and negative energies. I do the deep cleanse with burning sage, ringing bells, and the 3 knocks too. Very nice. And Allison says I always knock the deck 3 times. You'll always see me do this. And yep, I do. And so for my idea tonight with lyrics, and I brought some with me that I pre-wrote that I really resonate with. And it's like, okay, I've got like a bunch of different songs here, but they're all very short pieces of lyrics that I love that have come to mind. And we got another couple comments, so let me get that before I share. Well, actually, I'm going to let Nancy share hers. She's our guest. And Ramon says it's the action of transferring energy to displace previous energy. Some people use sound to clear energies. And Aaron Allison says, yes, man, I rang my little angel bell and knocked the deck 3 times. I also have a certain way of shuffling and cutting the deck. Yep, it's all very ritualistic. I'm so over voice command. Oh, because of the phone. Yeah, it's all good. Judith is here. Hello, Judith. And so, Nancy, what lovely lyrics did you bring with you tonight that you want to share?
Oh, well, this was my parents' song. They met at the beginning of World War II. My mother lived in Augusta, Georgia, and my father was stationed in Augusta. He was a master sergeant. And so most of their courting was by V-mail. He was in England and France and Germany. And so they didn't get married until he was, came home. And this was their song. It's called Always. The intro is everything went wrong, and the whole day long, I'd feel so blue. For the longest while, I'd forget to smile. Then I met you. Now that my blue days have passed, now that I've found you at last, I'll be loving you always, with a love that's true always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair always. That's when I'll be there always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always, always.
And the name of the band, so YouTube knows that this is.
Well, it was.
Or
I think it was Jimmy Dorsey's band, and they had a singer, that would stand with. But I think the song was written by Irving Berlin.
Okay, and the name of the song again was
Always.
Always. That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And Allison says, I must say, poetry in the cards has become something I look forward to on Sunday evenings before returning to work on Monday. Thank you, Heather, Jeff, and tonight, Nancy. You're welcome, my dear. And Allison said, "Oh, lovely Nancy." So, Jeff, did you have any lyrics that you want to share that that you find profound? I mean, I went down a rabbit hole with mine.
Did you? No, because I couldn't choose one, so I didn't choose any.
Okay.
I was like going insane about this. Like,
all right. Well, I got playing to make up. So again, they're just little bit snippets here and there. They're not a lot of long pieces, but for me, a lot of people know that I absolutely love Tori Amos, and some songs just jumped right to mind when I was thinking about lyrics today. One was from her song "Spark" that came off the Choir Girl Hotel, and the line was "Ballerinas that have fins that you'll never find." I thought was pretty cool. Some of the song has to do, if you saw the video for Spark, it had her in water. A little bit of a disturbing video, but I just love the visual of ballerinas that have fins like a mermaid that you'll never find. So I thought that was very cool. She has a song called Liquid Diamonds, also off of Choir Girl Hotel. Um, and I love that she writes, I must be flowing liquid diamonds, calling for my soul from the corners of the world. What really stood out to me was, I must be flowing liquid diamonds. I love that. It's to me visually stunning. And from her Abnormally Attracted to Sin CD, she has a song called Give. And um, there are some whose give twists itself to take, they mistake who, what made up the line. Some say it was pain, or was it shame? So I always like that's very thought provoking. I have another from Evanescence, My Immortal. I mean, I love a lot of stuff that Amy Lee writes. She's just an absolutely beautiful poetic lyricist. But from My Immortal, the one section really always, gets me because it has to do with my mommy issues, my mom issues. And it the line is, your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. And that came off the Evanescence very first album. And my last offering for the evening is a song by Depeche Mode. I was hoping Tom would be in chat. Elemental, no, Early Ritual, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
because him and I both, love Depeche Mode. And it's from the song In Your Room. And the lines are, in your favorite darkness, your favorite half light, your favorite consciousness, your favorite slave. There's another line, in your room where souls disappear. Fatima, you know that song? Okay. It's a beautiful video too. It just brings me to tears when I see it. But it's beautifully done. In the last section, I'm hanging on your words, living on your breath, feeling with your skin. Will I always be here? Question mark. So for me, those were songs and lyrics that just, came to mind really strongly for tonight's show. So um, I'll keep those aside just in case I get inspired by any prompts or readings that we do. Um, oh my God, My Immortal is intense, super, super, super intense. Yeah. I love singing it, but I don't get very far because my voice starts to crack and I start to cry. So it is a beautiful, yep, a rabbit hole. I was like, what's that black thing in front of the rabbit? And oh, it's a hole. So it's rabbit hole. Yeah, let's see. Everyone's touched by that song in the video.
Mm-hmm.
And she still has that voice after all these years. She really does. Okay, Judith. So we have me's. Okay, so for poetry writing, put me in all caps. Alrighty. So I have Judith. I have Tropical Empress. And hello, Carrie. Good to see you, my dear. So with the me's, those will be like a reading and then a poem based on the reading or the card. For me, it's usually just the poem that comes up. I can do the reading, but the poem might be separate, may not have to do with the actual meaning of the card or the reading. And I know Jeff is able to do both the meaning and the poem, boom, right from the card and the reading. So after I just confused everybody,
Yeah, like I had to go through every little facet of it too just now on my own. I'm like, this is the pre-show and like this is what I can do. And I'm like, I think I covered it. So
Okay, so Judith says, me, I have been in a negative funk for a couple of weeks and don't know why. When and how will I get out of this? Well, it's hard to tell when because we all know that energy shifts, energy changes. It really is kind of difficult to give time wise, at least I'm speaking for myself with readings. So this will be like a guidance. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. And then write. And again, thank you everybody for joining Jeff and I and Miss Nancy tonight.
Okay, now we are going to pull a card for the reading and we're going to make a poem from what the card, okay, any type of card.
Any type of card.
or you can pull more than one card. It's up
Yeah,
to you.
however you want to do it. And
Okay.
for me, like I said,
Judith. Okay.
because I noticed that when I write poetry, it's not connected to necessarily the reading. So I may just do the reading, or I could do a poem too along with it. But me, my brain works differently. So whichever works best for you. And hi, Ange. Ange, Roots and Waves has joined us. Hello, my dear.
All right. So the first thing I heard was deceiving yourself. And the reason I don't know why I heard that. But having read on you, like, and I think I remember some elements of it. I'm wondering if there was something in your family where around this time of year, this is just what I'm getting. I don't know if it was sports wise or if it was something that you did as a hobby, whether it's like kayaking or volleyball or you were in intramural sports or something. You were competitive, and there was this sort of element that your father played in that because the King of Chalices came up again. And then I also got the Seven of Pentacles, the feeling that it wasn't enough and it was reversed. And then I got like, it was always trying to please him in some way, but there was never really justice for you in the past, given all the work that you would put into something. So I'm just wondering if there's an anniversary or some sort of activity that was triggering within the last few weeks, either a death of somebody around this time that may have brought that into motion. And then what I'm getting as far as going forward goes, I got another, if you look at this in the regular Rider-Waite, I got it reversed here, but it is, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Chalices about family. I think you know what you need. When I got the deceiving yourself part, you know what you are worth, and you know that you've emerged from this beautifully. You know what it takes to let go of something, but it doesn't want to be let go of because it's so much a part of your fabric that maybe you've learned from it or not tried to impart the same things to like other kids, so, or children that you might have. I don't know. So what I got was taking lessons in stride, finding the truth in those beautiful, innocent blue eyes. I laid the bed, and I laid my head on the pillow, not knowing when or if everything would feel something other than shallow. I woke up renewed, calling out for you through these ember hues. So I think you fought your way through something. I think you've done it with grace, but I just think you need to let go. And I think that's what I got for you. I hope it resonates.
Are you ready, Nancy?
I am. Judith, I pulled a Zen Cone card for you, and it is, we stand in our own shadow and wonder why it is dark. And this is the poem that I wrote for you. Your shadow follows you all the days of your life. 1 or 2 steps behind, sometimes long and thin, then short and fat. Going forward, look to the light. Reach for the stars. Embrace yourself. Connect to love. It is all around you. Emerge at noon when the shadow is gone, alone and free at last.
Beautiful. Thank you. And Karen has joined us. Miss Kara Bear just got out of astrology class. I'm excited about all the cool stuff I just learned. And it's so cool that you just came into chat because Karen, I was drawn to grab my astrology deck for Judith's reading. And so I think that's very interesting. And so I'm just going to go and do this so that Judith can see the card. I got Leo for you, and we are in Leo season. And the card says self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. So this time of year, I don't know, this is like, I think I heard Jeff say something about maybe an anniversary, but it just feels like right now what you really need, there's something in the past that might have had to do something with loyalty being betrayed, because with Leos, they can be very warm. They have a lot of well, it says here self-confidence, so you need to build up your self-confidence again. Whatever happened, it's happened to your creativity. Get that sensation of self-confidence again. Work on that, knowing you are enough, knowing that I am enough and that I am worthy. The shadow side of Leo is arrogance, vain, and unwilling to admit fault. So this could very well be tying into whatever this energy is, possibly from the past. And if this doesn't resonate in a recent past or past time in your life, this could very well be maybe a past life itself. So I'm just going to read this first line for you, Judith. It says here, do you ever morph into an unnatural shape to fit in or to avoid taking up too much space? Your angels have come to say you are perfect and lovable just as you are, a beautiful, unique soul. Don't ever forget that, my dear. Authentic self-expression is your birthright. So really going in for you, maybe working with the shadow, because I know Nancy mentioned shadows. I think in her poem, I have some little bit of some shadow in here too. But what I have for you, Judith, is candle lit from the memories of the past, moving in the shadows, becoming a blanket of dark reprieve, comforted by the flame that creates a reflection of itself. Remove a quill from your feathered heart. Write a love letter to yourself and bask in Leo sun's gentle rays. And that's what I have for you, my dear. I hope that helped. Thank you for letting us read for you. And so let's see. Yes, Karen did her first Catterday readings. Sorry I couldn't make it, sweetheart. I was
I
out at the
loved
park
it.
with my friend. And I know I watched a few minutes. She grabbed her dog deck for, I know, Jeff, and I think there's somebody else that was there too. So I'm glad to see, Karen, you're still going forward with your channel. And it's always sweet, even though nap time is hard with the babies, it just shows what a powerhouse you are to be a mom, having twins, and being able to still tap into that creativity and still have that beautiful positive light to you and that smile. So sending you so much love, girl. Let's see. So talking about astrology and Tropical Empress. Okay, so Amanda's birthday is September 1st. And I almost bought that deck. I don't know if you mean mine or the dog one, but yeah, loves are being inspired with decks. And she says it was fun. All righty, up next. Oops, where did I go? Here I am. All righty. So I'm going to unstart Judith, and Amanda would like a reading. So just me. So I guess this will be like a general for Amanda. And this is a Tropical Empress Amanda. Because we got two Amandas in the house. We got Mama Sushi Amanda and we got Empress Amanda. And Nancy, if you're done and you're ready before one of us, just give me a holler, my dear, and I'll put you on the screen.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Amanda, the three words I heard were lonesome, hidden, and adventure. And I got the sense because I got the Eight of Cups reversed that there's something that you have a certain element of shame about that it's preventing you from standing in your authority as someone who can embrace life to its fullest. And I don't know if somebody made you feel that way in a relationship, or put some kind of constraint on you as far as what they would let you do, or I don't want to push this any further than that. The other thing I got was the star. So in the past, there was this element where you were made to feel center of the universe until you weren't. So what I'm telling you is that right now, more than anything, I don't know if the move that you made, and I guess you I think I heard you say move, and I think I remember from, seeing boxes behind you. So that's full disclosure. I already knew that if that happened, but you can't run. I mean, the overarching energy that you're not recognizing is that there is something opening up for you right now that is bigger than what you can perceive. And it's almost something that will let you love yourself more than think about loving someone else more, because I feel like you put them first. And I feel as if the move that you might have made might have been to distance yourself or get away from something, which isn't necessarily always a bad thing, but a fresh start is key. So what I have for you is a new set of keys to open the same doors. Sometimes it's the path we skip before we realize there's more. All roads don't lead to home, yet home may be the best place to realize it can be a new way of living, and a stepping stone, bridging the gap between what's to come, what seems so far away, and where I want to stay. So that's what I got for you.
Amanda, the cone that I drew for you is to find yourself, is to lose yourself. And this is the poem that I wrote for you. There is a deep knowing. It has always been there, searching to make sense of it all. Loving memories, heartbreak, healing, looking to the future. Step forward. Look beyond yourself, whole and resplendent. A warrior of love. Lead us.
Beautiful. All righty. Got to jump back into the chat. Beautiful poems, everybody. I'll get to mine in a second. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let's see. So Amanda says, yes, resonates, Jeff. Beautiful reading and poem. Thank you. And we have somebody new. Sin is here. Hello, Sin, and welcome. Possibility. I'm not sure possibility, what you mean, Sin. You can elaborate. And Amanda says, beautiful, Nancy. So beautiful. And such beautiful messages today. Of course, Carrie's beautiful too. Oh, Sin, look at the prompt. See the ticker that's going at the bottom of the screen. Read that and then let us know. So for Amanda, yes. Okay, let me just go ahead and show the card that I got for Amanda. I actually pulled Mercury for you, Amanda. And I just love the colors in this. And of course, it's got a butterfly. I love the butterfly. And there's the moon. And the Mercury is think, learn, network, and communicate. And this is something that, I know that you heavily do every day since you've been starting your channel. Mercury, is the messenger of the gods. And for me, with your abilities, you're communicating, you're connecting with spirit, you're sharing the beautiful messages from, the angelic realms, from the god, the different gods and goddesses, the elementals, to that beautiful light. Your words, your messages give wings to people. Butterflies are about transformation. So you help people transform how they feel about themselves and how they understand themselves and how they see themselves. And your readings make people think. They learn from you. And with the networking and the communication, I think this might have to do also with the moving, everything that's going on right now in your life. And I'm really being stressed. Communication is the strongest word for you out of this. And the poem that I have for you is Silken scales like delicate fabric weave light and air in flashes of orange and ebony, ribbons, dancing in the moon's glow, painting the sky a dusk palette, time opening a window so svelte, gathering grains of sand, communicating dreams through sand paintings. And that's what I have for you, my dear. Okay, somebody is leaving, I think. Fatima. Oh, good night. Okay, good night, Fatima, my dear. Thank you for being here. I have a question for the cards. Card reading. Well, look at the bottom of the screen here. What's ticking? What we do here is poetry. So if you want a reading with a poem to go along with it, type me into chat. If the question has to do with politics, third party, which means wanting to tap into somebody else's energy, thoughts, feelings, we do not do that here. We do not have their permission to do that. And we don't diagnose or do really legal questions. So it's up to you. If you want to go ahead and you still want a reading, then go ahead and put me in caps. And I did see Ange, and Ange will be the next one because we don't have anybody else starred yet. So I'm going to go mute. Okay.
Okay,
So-
are we doing KK?
Ange. No, we're doing Ange. I don't think KK asked for a reading, did she?
Uh-huh.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh no, KK. I don't see it in the chat and it won't let me go up any higher than Judith.
Well, I wrote one.
Well, if you got something for Carrie, go ahead. I didn't see it because I wasn't looking up and I didn't see it. So someone sees a question today from somebody. Let me know in case I miss it. So Ange, you will be after KK. So let me just go ahead. And there's Jonathan.
Jeff, do you have one
She wants a poetry message.
for
Yeah.
KK or Jeff?
KK, yeah. Well, the only other Jonathan Daly, KK, and Sin.
Ange.
Those are the Ange. Yeah, but
Yeah,
Ange right
but
now.
Sin is saying prompt and Sin is saying
That's
me.
why
So
I'm
which one is
confused
it?
about Sin.
So Sin. Okay. I'm just going to guys go ahead with KK. So Sin, a prompt is when you just give us a word and we write a poem. It has nothing to do with the reading. If you want a reading and a poem to go along with it, then you write me in the chat. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to go mute now and pull a card for KK.
Okay, KK. So I got the Hangman reverse for you. Instead of seeing something right now as overwhelmingly urgent, it's important that you realize you do your own due diligence, is what I'm hearing, before this comes to fruition. So there's something that isn't going your way as quickly as you would like, but there's a reason for it. In due time, the rest of the truth, if not all of it, will be revealed. You put yourself into someone else's shoes, you walk a mile, but yet you haven't anything to lose. But everything with patience and salvation, I could use every bit of it. But now I still can't find my way out of this. I still can't find some other way. And yet I'm still confused, looking back, wondering if there's something I missed along the way. So don't regret any of the choices. Don't regret something that you might have delayed. Do the homework. And I'm getting some type of ringing in my ear on this. And don't view the delay as a way to stymie your progress, is what I'm hearing.
KK, the cone that I got for you is the seeds of the past or the fruits of the future. And this is the poem that I wrote for you. Way back when the seeds were flung into the sky, they traveled as if they had wings. Now the trees are heavy with succulent fruit waiting to be harvested. Do not hesitate. Gather and feed. Your soul is sated.
Ooh, I like that. That was beautiful. Still working on her poem. Flames of your. Let's see. Making sure I'm not missing any. Okay. Anyway, we did have somebody else new. Aura Riddle. That was. Do you know who this is? They're in your chat, Jeff. Aura Riddle. That was me. I don't know if that's towards me. I don't know if this
Could be
person.
towards me.
I don't know. Oh. No. I'll let you answer that.
Yeah.
That was. Okay, so Carrie, this is a little interesting. This is something I'm probably going to have to work on later with the poem. But so Carrie, for you, I'm just going to go up here. I got the Sun card for you, and it says here, self-express and embodying truth. So again, this is another card for the Leo season, the summer season. Really tapping into that creativity of our souls, of our being, what really makes and brings our hearts alive, what erupts our heart, what blossoms around our heart. We standing in our truths, we're embodying our truths. We're like the trees, we're getting rooted and we're blossoming, like the flowers and the trees with the branches and the leaves turning green. And like Nancy or Jeff was saying something about fruit ripening, just really everything growing and channeling that beautiful sun energy, that vitality, that personal power that you have. Because our solar plexus is our place of our personal power, and that's the color of yellow, like the sun. So again, embodying your truth, standing in your truth, and expressing yourself. And the poem that I started for you is roses blooming, a halo of protection. Fires are burning brightly within your heart. This ache is deep, the scent strong and pure. Embody your truth within the flames of your phoenix. The star of your sun's express the star of your son's solar spirit. There was something else coming, Carrie, and I was starting to get nervous because when I'm the last one and I'm thinking people are waiting, like, come on, Heather, let's go, kind of like, kind of thought that I get in my head. So, but I think that's the gist of it. I hope that resonated with you, my dear. Oh my God, I asked my guys to pull a sun card to confirm that. Well, there we go. Okay. So, let me see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Scott. Is there a Scott in here? I don't know if I missed. Did Scott come in? Scott Scorpio?
No, I think I'm being confused for Scott,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess.
All righty. Okay. Oh, well, let's see here. Carrie says, "Oh, thank you. That poem goes right along with the vision I had about reaping the seeds of light that have been sowed. I needed that." Okay. Okay, Judith and Empress Amanda's talking. Oh my God. Okay. The middle name Ray stems from Ra, the sun. Okay. Yeah. The sun god Ra. And okay, you are welcome. Judith, now I'm confused. Oh, okay. So they're continuing their conversation. Alrighty. So up next is Ange. I don't know if Sin still wants a reading or not because he was putting both me and prompts into the chat. So I'm not sure what they want us to do, but we're going to go ahead now and we're going to read for Ange. Don't apologize, Carrie. You didn't do anything.
I am ready for Ange. Let me see. Ange, for you, I drew the Cosmic Man, which is a in most decks the Hanged Man, and this is the poem that I wrote for you. There is a place of splendor illuminated by your soul. There is divine knowledge flowing through you, divine grace. Look and see the truth in all things. Choose freedom. Embrace your multi-dimensional being. And that's what I got.
Ange says that Cosmic Man has a nice booty.
He sure does.
I didn't get to see it, so all right.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, okay. Let me just. Oh, okay.
All right. So, Ange, the thing I heard for you was put me in a box. And I got this sort of sense that you were supposed to comport yourself a certain way to please somebody or do something in your life that really didn't resonate with what your inspirations were. Because I got, and it might have been generational. I don't know if it was a family business or if it was some sort of trade like costume design or something along those lines that was your passion or wasn't your passion. But with this upside down, this is something that's been promulgated through years of forcefully pushing it on your family or through your family. It might even be a belief of something. I don't know. And then with the Queen of Wands reversed, it was like you said you had enough and you were fed up. And then I got the 10 of Cups for you upright. So you're in a better place now than you've been in a long time. And as opposed to being all dolled up like this card was, you can kind of kick it, this way now. So what I got for you was sometimes we're pigeonholed, yet at the same time, they only want what's best for us, or so we're told. I put my faith and my trust in someone I thought knew best, yet I didn't know what to do with my life with the rest of it. So here I am coming back to you, looking deep within for the reserves that might be hidden. Calling out to me, I see your face, and in the stars, it's written. So that's what I got for you.
Okay. Sorry, Ange. I just really wanted to fit it. I just can't sometimes write any faster. So let me just go ahead and see what her comments were for people. So Ange says, thank you, Nancy. Love you. Well, I'm sorry, Judith, that your reading didn't resonate, but made me tear up. Oh, but I hope you still enjoy the poetry, and maybe the reading will resonate a little bit further later. Maybe something will come along next week or two, or maybe a couple days. You never know where that might resonate with you. And let's see, Jeff. Yes, me walking away from the medical field. At first, reluctantly, but I know now it's what's best for me. Thank you. Makes total sense.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so sometimes I get it right. Yeah, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, my dear. So Ange, for you, let me just go ahead and I pulled the Earth card. Whoop, let me get my little pointer out of the way there. I got Earth. You know, beautiful rose is just blossoming out of this beautiful heart, this heart vase. And the card is about persistence, patience, and practicality. P3, like from Charm, how they had their little nightclub called P3. But this card says a lot about with everything that you have been going through. You've been persistent. You've been listening to your heart. You've been planting seeds. You've been letting, the ideas have been growing. The energy has been growing. You took your time. You were patient, and you were practical in the matter and doing it. And now you're at a place where all these roses now, all these little seeds that you planted are now starting to bud and to fully blossom, being deeply rooted into the earth. And the poem that I have for you is Cage of My Heart, a vessel of love where I grow. The spaces between allows rivers of smoke to carry. Okay, let me start this over again. My mind was going all over writing this for you. Cage of my heart, a vessel of love where I grow. The spaces between allows rivers of smoke to carry you into the abyss of a deepening forest, planting seeds, budding to full blossom. I drink deep from the earth, and down that yellow brick road I travel, persisting to find my own penthouse amongst the future of my growing branches. And at the end, that's where some lyrics started coming in because when I started hearing Yellow Brick Road by Elton John, knowing where my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. So persisting to find my own penthouse among the future of my within the future of my growing branches. So I hope that was okay, Ange. I stumbled a little bit, I think, on that one, but sometimes the songs just pop in. That's why I love, incorporating the lyrics into the shows too. All righty, let me catch up. So I don't think we ever heard back. Is Sin or no? Wait a minute. No. Well, I don't know if Sin's here, but we're going to go to Jonathan. Jonathan would like a reading. Okay, thanks, Ange. I'll probably rework that a little bit later this week and I'll share it with you. And Jonathan says, right now, the deck that has my heart and that I can't seem to put down is the Tarot of Echoes. Very interesting. Okay, Jonathan Daly. Jonathan, I'm going for a different deck for you tonight. I thought I was going to keep using the same deck, but I'm going to use my Path of Light tarot deck for you.
I'm ready for Jonathan. Jonathan, for you, I got the Chariot. And I love it because the Chariot's in water. It seems kind of appropriate considering where you live. And this is the poem that I wrote for you. Triumph is at hand. Your will, determination, and perseverance goes forward to success. Rise above all fear, going with the flow, filled with power and mystery. Parting the waves, flowing forward. Victory is yours.
All right, I'm just going to throw this out there. Do you have tendencies toward perfection, obsession, or anything like that? Because the reason I bring that up, I got the Queen of Cups in the middle, and the sensation that you have to put a lid on what you feel are emotions that you don't think would be beneficial to other people, yet by the same time token, I'm getting there's a reserve of worldly intelligence that you have that is untapped or unknown to a lot of people. And I don't know if it's your psychic gifts or what it is, but it's there. But this sort of Wheel of Fortune reverse to me is the, like stagnation or because the Queen of Chalices, or anytime I see the Queen cards, they make me think of energy that can be manifested in strategy or emotion, or in feminine wiles or anything like that. But I think you're putting too high a price on something within you that you don't want to let go of. And I don't mean in the past or from the past. I think there's something in you that's vulnerable. And I think in absolute sense, in an absolutist sense, you don't realize that you can take a step back and relax because it's all inside you. I don't see, because to me, what I got for you is this. I look to the skies, I look to the heavens, and all I see is the pain that's been taken away by so many, and yet holds for me space. I don't know why you're in waiting. I don't know why I've left. but I always come back to the same reality, looking forward to something that might broker a greater identity. So I feel like there's just part of you that's not fully forward, and it's because of something that you're internalizing and you haven't let go of yet. But it's more of a character in you that's actually a very good thing to have. But until you let it, it's almost idiosyncratic, but if you let it show more, it's beautiful, is what I'm hearing. And that's what I have for you.
Okay, so total perfectionism. Yes, Agador does love to be a part of the show. Every time we start reading, he starts tripping along. He's our music for our poetry. Love it. And yes, Judith says, Nancy, your birds chats are so relaxing. Love it and miss my lovebirds and cockatiels. Aw. And John says, I get caught up in productive procrastination. And he says, thank you, Jeff. And so, Jonathan, that makes my card a little bit of sense then, because I got disciple. And this is going to be in a different sense of not like a Christian disciple, but just being a disciple of a routine, of following through with things, being disciplined, having like a set ritual, being very mindful of when you go into your sacred space and you meditate, and when you work with your guides, and working on these new healing modalities, and just like where you are, just lends itself to that ancient healing energy that's a part of the area of that land. And I just love in this card, this little red dot becomes a red heart, and I just love that. Now the sparkles and the lights in the trees. And what I have for you for your poem is, I came to my inner temple, the spark of my inner soul walking besides me. Spark in you. Honoring the turquoise roots, becoming my spiritual sheath of a hollowed tree. This is the beginning of me, my blue star guiding me. Crystals lights gathering in autumn's halo, allowing my heart to rise above. And that's what I have for you, Jonathan. Thank you. Alrighty, so everyone give me thank yous. 9:18. How are you doing, Nancy?
Oh, I'm good. Agador is spurring me on.
So as of right now, I asked if Sin was still here, and I haven't had a response yet. So I'm going to take this moment to do a quick sip.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, look who just popped in.
Ah. Tom, you're a little late. We were sharing some lyrics. And I'm going to share them because we haven't had a request yet for another read. So, Tom, figure out where this came from, if you can. I was excited. I was just like, oh, I hope Tom's going to be in chat when I share these. But I'm glad you're here, my friend, my little bro. So we were talking about lyrics earlier, and I figured you would resonate with this one. In your favorite darkness, your favorite half light, your favorite consciousness, your favorite slave. In your room where souls disappear. I'm hanging on your words, living on your breath, feeling with your skin. Will I always be? And I bet you know who that is. So, but yeah, I was excited to share that because I've just been really inspired again lately by lyrics, and he's a great lyricist. So we'll see if Tom, and don't Google it, Tom. Just take a stab. But yeah, hello, weirdos, witches, and wordsmiths. I like that. Oh, that would be a cool name for a show. Weirdos, witches, and words. I don't know about weirdos. But that's very fun. And
And
Ange
there are
says,
a lot of people that would say we're weirdos.
yeah. Or instead of weirdos, woo-woos.
Woo woo. Yes. Woo woo.
We're the woo-woo wordsmiths. There we go. And Ange says, okay, I want all three of you on panel to know how wonderful you all are with your readings and poetry, truly. Thank you, Ange. This is interesting. Jonathan, my guided meditations often include a hollow tree.
Wow. Wow.
Awesome. Honestly, could easily be a DM song. You think, Tom? I mentioned the title of the song and the lyric. Woo! But no, it's from In Your Room by Depeche Mode. That's a very cool song. It's a dark song, when he was in his, addiction days, but very cool. So I never saw anything back from Sin. So let's see. Jonathan says, so many places I've lived have bumper stickers that say, keep place weird. Keep so and so weird. Yeah, like Portland. Keep Portland weird. That's in Oregon. So yeah. So keep Santa Cruz weird, Jonathan says. All righty. So we don't have any more requests. Does somebody want to maybe throw out a prompt? Or you can pull a card and write a poem on a card that we pull. We're at 9:23. Nancy says she's good. Let me put. Actually, I think I'll keep this deck out. Oh, Amanda, weirdos. Well, I'll do an acrostic. She says, well, she goes, there's a prompt, weirdos. So Amanda, if you're serious, we can do that. Let's see. And Carrie says, my song lyrics is for the day where I just came to say hello. It's been on repeat all day. No, I just started hearing the song. I just called to say I love you, or hello by Lionel Richie. Oh my God, I love that song. And so we're getting some prompts. Okay, so let's see. Amanda had weirdo, so we'll do that first. Boy, chat just jumped. Carrie, let me know if you want any of that used as a prompt. Judith, what's love got to do with it? Oh God, I heard that last night. I was at the park and family was having a picnic and they were playing 80s music and that was on there. Ooh, Jonathan, High Priestess and Enchanted Ocean Water. Wow. Oh, Allison, you were still here. Thank you, everyone. This was wonderful as always. Everyone have a good night. Yep, get some sleep. I know you got work in the morning. Thank you, girlie. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for popping in. Yes, Heather. Okay, so all righty. So Amanda put in weirdos. Ramon's still here too. Well, I haven't seen you commenting.
Wow.
I didn't know you were still in there, Ramon.
I didn't think you were here.
Ramon, if you want to join us for the last half hour and write some poetry, you're always welcome to join us too. Let me know, and I can always just throw the link into the chat. So, all righty. Let me take Ramon down. I think he is lying. Oh my goodness. Now the laughters can begin. We got Tom in the house. Tom with that calm centered. Amanda said weirdos, and I felt compelled. Okay. I'm still shuffling. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, it could be a collective, so weirdos. So I'm going to do that into an acrostic.
Okay, I got one.
All righty.
It'd be strange. Weirdos. Woo woo. Weirdos. Strange bedfellows. What do you see? Are your glasses fogged? Look in the mirror. Do you see what I see? Weirder than weird. I see prejudice, surrounded by fear. Walk on with closed eyes, closed mind, blind.
What was that last line?
Walk on with closed eyes, closed mind, blind.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Nancy, getting deep on us.
Well, woo woo.
All righty. So for me, this went relatively fast. So I went ahead and I'm pulling a card. I pulled the mind and meditation. And so we have some beautiful prayer flags hanging above, some beautiful misty morning mountains. Say that fast a couple times. And what I got on was winds whispering prayers along elongated vines of inked flags of yellows and reds, dancing amongst the mists of morning shadows billowing above. And when you go down, it's an acrostic for the word weirdos. So acrostics are fun. And hello, Thomas. Tarot Your Way has joined us, and he's saying hello to Agador Spartacus.
Aw. Agador, did you hear that? Sweet boo.
And Ange watched Beetlejuice, but don't say it 2 more times because we don't want him to appear.
Oh, I did it. My
Oops.
bad.
No, Beetlejuice. Oh, I can't say it again.
You didn't read my comment.
Oh, and Tom says, I liked that one, Nancy. There's more Michael Keaton. Yeah, he's an incredible actor. He doesn't get enough credit for the work that he's done. He's done a lot of like low budget or, you know, kind of like sleeper movies, but he's always top of his game with his acting.
Yeah.
All right, I got one. Fewer federal bureaus these days want to shuffle to the beat of justice's drum to prosecute these weirdos. The inspiration is subversive, the misbehaved receive kudos, and the accidents waiting to happen are unimaginably curious.
All righty. And Judah says, I am white lighting you, Nancy, LOL. Because of the name that should not be mentioned a third time. There we go. Oh, and speaking of Judith, her prompt is, what's love got to do with it? So we can play with that however we want. And Jonathan says, weirdos unite, shine your light. You don't know who you inspire when you perspire. The need for you is dire. So light your pyre and go, go, go until you expire. We need you to be bright to kindle light. Woo! Finally, someone's sharing the poem in the chat. There you go, Jonathan. Very cool. Oh, let me get you so we can see what that card looks like. What is that? Whoop. And
Ooh.
Two of Swords.
Two of Swords. All righty. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to pull a card. Yeah, that was an amazing movie. I can't remember if Angela Bassett won an Academy Award for that, but she did an incredible. That was a disturbing movie to watch. Just showed how strong Tina Turner was. So let's see how I can incorporate this. For what's love got to do with it? I have the Page of Wands from the Artist Decoded deck. And this one here is like we're in Egypt. I love this card. Very cool. So we'll see how I can maybe play with that. Well, Judith, it's got elements, and I got 3 lines, and it's not going there any further. But I'm still going to go ahead and share it. Yes, she was a movement for Black women. Yes, she was. Oh, Judith, Jeff, what the hell is a pyre? Judith, a pyre is another name for like a bonfire or a fire or like a funerary fire. It's a pyre. They, you know, it's like a bunch of, or do you have a more? To me, a pyre is, like a bonfire, and for
Some
me, that's
people
like
put a dead body on that.
Yeah, on a pyre.
Holistic
Yeah,
ceremony, I thought. I don't know.
yeah. So that's what a pyre is. And that was Jonathan that did that poem. But yeah. Tina Turner was a great warrior of strength, survivor, and talent. Yes, she was. Thank you, Ange. Judith Anderson. A pyre is a heap of combustible material, especially one for burning a corpse as part of a funeral. Yeah, as part of a funeral ceremony. All righty. So for what's love got to do with it, I got 3 lines right now. What's next in line? Love of life, crescending to a point, begotten to the sands of time. So what's love got to do with it? I put begotten, um, and I got the word to, but I didn't get the word do in there. So sorry, Judith, I didn't get the word do in there. Oh, I just had to drop in. There we go. That's the card that I used.
I got one.
All righty.
You may not like it. You ask why you come. I say to grease your hand, to feed your mouth. Sour are the aftertastes for ones who make him wait. What love has to do with it is exactly what you should be thinking while you waste the man's time.
Okay, Nancy, she's still writing.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
It's okay. I know what that feels like, so I'm just going to go ahead and look at what Jonathan had put in there.
I didn't like that prompt. I just want to say.
And if there's a prompt that doesn't work, we can always pass on it too, if somebody wants to pass on it. High Priestess and Enchanted.
Okay.
All right, let me get you in the beat seat there, girly.
I thought this one was really hard.
Yeah, I did too. That's what I meant.
Yeah, so mine is well, anyway, here it is. What's love got to do with it? Everything. Love surrounds us, a light in a dark world, inspiration that feeds our hungry souls. Because with love, you are never alone. Love allows you to rest when weary, climb higher, and keep going when you must. Love grows, love multiplies, love conquers all.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Tom says passing is for the weak.
Well,
and Judith,
ask them because I do not want to appear weak.
And Judith, please don't be sorry and put a cry emoji.
Yeah, don't.
Please don't do that, Judith. No, honey. No.
This is what I said earlier about in the reading. Don't, let it flow. But all I could honestly see with that prompt is just like Ike and Tina and the horrible, horrible, horrible 1993 movie where she's attacked and it's just like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
That's all I could write about because it's all I saw.
Mm.
And with the card I got too, the Two of Swords.
Yeah.
Reversed.
What's the next?
All righty. I was just checking the chat I think Ramon wants us to do Pyromania, so I added that to the list. Yeah. But up next is Jonathan Daly. He suggested either High Priestess he put in High Priestess and Enchanted Ocean Water. So whatever we can play with that'll be fine. You don't have to use every single word. It's whatever you're inspired to do. Ooh, and Jonathan shared.
Mm.
And Jonathan says, from behind the sacred veil, a hand of bronze catches the light. The hidden high priestess pours the enchanted ocean water of destiny into her scrying bowl, which shows her the secrets you seek to hide. I like that, Jonathan.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Excuse me.
I have mine is ready.
Okay.
This is the card that I drew. It says boundedness and isolation island, but it's when I look at it, I see the beginning of a breaching whale. I love whales. The whale breaches, soaring out of the enchanted ocean water. He must feed for their eternal songs to sing. The mystery and beauty, a crescendo vibrating through the sea.
That's beautiful.
Okay. Not loudly, speak softly. The grace with which you let go means there are no longer strings attached. The kite released whole, the time unwinds, in a cool breeze on the tugboat, while my soul forgives. Stretched for all time, my guiding virtue is between us what intertwines. Just as the archetypal high priestess and enchanted ocean water from the Aegean to the Mississippi Delta, somehow it reverse flows for all of us to know, leaving no one behind.
Mm. That's beautiful.
That was the most fun one. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was fun.
Okay, let's see.
There he
Making
is.
sure-
Hi, Bill.
Behind the sacred veil. Okay, so there were. Tom, you wouldn't know shade if it slapped you sideways. What? Oh my goodness! I just love. We just love how everyone plays in the chat.
Yeah, it's
Like
hilarious.
And hello, Bill. Bill has joined us. And I think I'm the last here to go. So, alrighty, Jonathan. She stood high on the precipice, beholding the secret kissing of the sun and moon, bathed in their afterglow, stars a circlet around her head, the flame of her sacred fire dancing in her eyes of ocean water. Her journey into her book of shadows was complete. She embraced her own inner priestess, the mountains becoming enchanted, moving between veils, moving between her, between, wait a minute, moving between her veils into the pillars of her descending light. That was a little wordy at the end. I'll have to fix that later, but that's what I had. All righty. So, yeah, Amanda's bullying of me is hilarious. Oh, you love it, Tom. Yeah, we all love each other. So let me remove the prompts here so I don't accidentally click on. And now we have a prompt from Moon Scarab, Ramon. Pyromania, and I think I'm going to do maybe an acrostic. And Jonathan says, "Nice work, all three of you." Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You said Pyromania. Now I got all the songs from Def Leppard's
Def Leppard.
Pyromania album going through my head. All I keep hearing, "Rock of Ages, keep rolling."
Let's see, it's Pyromania.
Yep. Came out 1983. Would have hit number one, but couldn't because of Michael Jackson's Thriller. So I stayed at number 2. I was a Def Leppard fan when I was younger. I still like some of their music, but yeah. Maybe. Oh. Okay. So, Ramon, I actually ended up doing a haiku. So, pyromania, 5 syllables. So, pyromania, black vinyl of memories, helped me through my tears. That's what I have. So my music got me through all my dark times. It still does. It's right after that album too, that Rick Allen lost his arm. Unbelievable. And he still plays drums. Thanks, Ramon. I can paint some stick figures that make it look like Tom. Oh my God, what are you guys going? Hi, Bill, painting. So Bill's painting. Very nice. There's always room for painting. Tom, I was a big fan of the Pyromania album when it came out. I caught on a little bit later, but Rock of Ages says always stuck with me. There was a burger joint before I went up in flames that my mom and I would go to when we could afford it, and they had a good old fashioned jukebox, and for $0.25 I can get 2 songs. And one song would be Total Eclipse of the Heart, and then the other one would be Rock of Ages. Those were always my picks every time. Are you ready, Miss Nancy?
I am. I was
She
just looking
is.
at Tom's.
Oh, here we go. Heat-soaked thrills, gasoline melted makings of a 3-day bender. A curse off the lips upon this town, the rear view aglow with relief. Mark this day in your calendar, for I am time. Whoa.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. That was really something. Flames flicker in the darkness, spreading quickly, a wall of heat. Rapidly moving, crackling as it dances over fences and upstairs. Sirens scream, and one fireman smiles. Pyromania. It feels so good.
Ooh. And Ramon shared pyromania, fire's fervent grip, an insatiable urge to ignite, madness sparked by flames, delight in the destruction, a soul drawn to the blaze, consumed by devastating passion.
That's my
Ooh.
fireman.
That's your what?
That's my fireman.
Oh, okay. Yep. I caught it, Karen. Woohoo. And Jonathan. Oh, before Jonathan, Ramon says, wow, Nancy. And Jonathan has the pyromania seized my heart as the flame stands tired. Soon I joined the movement of the fire and felt the flames empower my movements until we all rise to the heavens to join the cosmic flame.
Ooh.
Ooh, felt the flames empower. Oof. And I like that, the cosmic flame.
Yes.
All righty. And after this prompt, we'll have time for one more, and that'll take us till 10 o'clock. Sorry, Judith, we won't be able to get to your prompt, the last one, but save that for next Sunday. Now I'm going to take a sip. Oh, I got to go get a sip. I'll be right back.
Okay. The impulse you can't contain. The blame is the ember of a flame. They took away my muse, yet I still wrote about all I've been through. Can't stop feeding a compulsion to torch the reputation on which you staked your claim, and watch them try to extinguish what I can't, but I won't be to blame. From this moment in backlit alleys is a wall embedding the past, but I had the last laugh in this burgeoning dystopia amidst the pyromania.
Pyromania.
All righty. Had to go do a sip. Okay, so Amanda says, I loved both of you gents' poems. Okay, what we're sharing. I'm not sure what the next prompt is. So our last prompt, Amanda, is yours. Wisdom. And Ramon said, very nice at Jeff. Oh, and we got one here from Bill. And fire burning the sky, I say hi. Are you high right now? The priest drinks. No, oh, Bill, do I have to read that?
Wait.
The priest drinks the pee of reindeer. Shrooms processed become safe. St. Nicholas born in the fire of imagination. Leave it to you, Bill. And Tom says, I had silkworms into the woods playing in my head when I wrote that one. I don't know who silkworms is, but and then he says, come on, honey, let's play with the matches. You bought a new set just in time for the new year. I got to see what this goddamn town. Oh, okay. Looks like flaming in a firelight into the woods. All righty. So.
Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom is the next prompt. And Darth Vader has joined us. He's our next special guest.
Yes.
He's going to read his poem next. I love that. I really do.
Okay, I got one. Huddled around the smolder of memory, you couldn't go forward until you cleared this energy. To move forward is to clear the past. If only the past didn't linger, then maybe my fear would vanish at long last. Yet I came to realize what's inside that shattered didn't mean embracing wounds from broken shards of glass. The answer lied in the answer to the conundrum that spoke to me so long in riddles, but now spoke to me through wisdom.
All righty. Nancy, did you go?
I've got one.
Okay.
I don't know. There is a knowing deep within. It feeds our imagination, extends our thoughts from reality to magic. Some call it wisdom, others intuition. Embrace what guides when all else fails. Are we wise or deluded? Some say both. Feel the magic and the possibility of much more.
Ooh, feel the magic and the possibility of much more. Okay.
Who gave that prompt? I missed it.
Amanda, Tropical
Amanda.
Empress. Oh, Amanda said I was trying to give you an easy one. I hope it was easy. Just don't have to worry about easy or not. It just challenges us. And Ramon says I actually liked it. Bill gave Bill a thumbs up. But yeah, people drink. Yeah, that was one of the things too. That the alchemists allegedly did back in the day to try to attain mortality was drinking distilled urine and stuff, and it was just like,
oh my god,
what people will go through to do stuff, you know. Love that impactful first line, Tom, and the rest, of course. Okay. Let's see. Jeff, have you been using the decks I sent you tonight?
yes, I have been. I used the other one earlier, and the other one is unwrapped.
Oh, you got a kipper.
Yeah.
Amanda is awful lot of decks.
She does.
Yes,
She's going to catch up with you very soon, Nancy.
I think so because I have slowed down as of yesterday, the day before yesterday.
Ooh. And I'll have a new one to share tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll be in time for our Divine
Yeah.
Feminine show. And Tom had a poem. Strength, a current of synapse firings, enough to charge a small automaton. It says the things I want to know. A cycle of intermittent roots, but a progression of sorts. Learning a small fractional steps and divides in small fractional. I'm sorry, Tom, but a progression of sorts. Learning in small fractional steps and divides to be self-sustaining and self-contained. And Ramon says, Luke, I am your father. And then Bill, I'm reading this ahead of time to prepare myself. Wisdom is born not out of knowledge, but from pain. Yes. Some of it is, yes. After 40 years of drunkenness and projectile hangovers, you stop. Change your life. People say you are wise. And Moose Garib says, couldn't help it, Amanda. All righty. Oh, thank you, Ramon. I read that there were a few different urine psychedelic cults. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I believe it. There's other ways to reach enlightenment. Lord have mercy, Heather. I know.
Oh my.
You know. I think we got one from Karen. I grew so wise, my teeth were pulled, drooling blood and hopped upon meds. I slept until my bones shook with pain. I howled and paced the halls. 8 a.m. rolled along, called the dentist, and they mocked me. Oh, she just wants more pills. I darkened their doors and attitudes changed. 2 dry sockets, all that was left of those old wise teeth. The dentist soothed my gums with bitter paste. Sweet relief was felt. I thought to myself, is he still wise, or were his teeth pulled too? Oh, interesting, Karen.
Yeah, Karen.
And Jonathan, wisdom comes not from life, but from experience. Wisdom comes not from reading about a thing, but by by the doing of the thing. Always remember to keep your wisdom and innocence balanced. Alrighty, I'll take that.
Yeah,
and I'm glad you two came
wise.
too, Judith. Thank you for being here. I'm glad we were able to read for you and give you some poems. And she goes, I don't know why I felt like writing about my wisdom teeth. Hey, you went with the moment. You went with the flow. Very cool. So it is after 10. Everybody, thank you again for joining us. And Amanda says, I was supposed to be sitting here cleansing decks, but I have been too busy running my mouth, or should I say my fingers. There you go. That would make actually a cool poem, Amanda. You go where the prompt takes you, Karen. Yes. Well, with, certain parameters. But yeah, drooling hopped up on meds. Yeah. You got the thumbs up from Bill on that one. So, thank you everybody again for joining us for another Sunday night of poetry. Thank you, Miss Nancy, for joining us. She's like, I got a couple poems. Can I join you and Jeff? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Anytime.
So it was nice to have you pop in. And Nancy and I will be back tomorrow at 5 for our Divine Feminine. And Jeff, what you got coming up?
I'll be with Thomas on Tarot Pairs on Tuesday night. In between, I don't know. I'll be on with Gerald on the 4th. For, I think, a discussion about the Clarity Tarot,
Mm,
I believe, which is the Deborah
Deborah's
Zakow.
house.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that deck.
I do too. And in between, I don't know, but you'll see me.
Yeah, he pops up.
Yeah. I've got a 10 o'clock with Gerald and
Oh,
Jane in the morning,
that's
and then
right.
Heather tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, Heather and Dolly and Linda.
Oh, we haven't scheduled. I'm still waiting to hear from Dolly.
Oh, okay. Well, then forget that. But on Friday, I'll be with Sun Psychic Jean at 2 p.m.
Okay.
And we will be in August. I can't believe it.
Yes, August already. Not at all, Amanda. Jeff is a constant on this. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I miss some stuff.
Stop with the
Alrighty.
hate, y'all.
Oh, you mean because Jeff is chopped liver?
This has been
Oh,
fun. I enjoyed it.
Yes, we enjoyed having you too, my dear. It's always a pleasure. And everybody, I hope you all had a good weekend, and we hope you all have a good week. And we will see you on one of our next shows.
Yes,
Have a
Heather,
good-
look at what Tom wrote down at the bottom.
Oh, and don't forget to check out Jeff's amazing trailer.
As
for
done by
Card.
Tom. Yeah. And Card will be premiering soon.
Oh, okay. I can't get Tom to create a video for me, and he goes, and I see how it is. Okay, I get it.
The truth
He's in-
is, Gerald did my intro that I'm not using because I'm not doing any lives on my channel. At least I haven't been. But
Don't forget your card, Jeff.
yeah,
I know I need to. I'm good with thumbnails and stuff on Canva, but with videos, I can't seem to figure out the thing. So yeah, you are inspired. I gotcha. All righty, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
good night.
Good night, Ron.
Night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.